Alrighty, everybody. We are back here, picking up some coverage where we left off, guys. We're gonna be splitting this up into two parts. We did the one stream earlier, and we are now doing some more morning coverage. And unfortunately, things have started kicking back up here again. We do unfortunately have two active tornado warnings and a whole bunch of severe thunderstorm warnings here. One for southeastern Alabama, with potential damaging wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour on it. So definitely got some pretty strong wind gusts here. But good morning, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see here. We got ourselves. All right. Oh, wow. Holy cow. Yeah, the line's definitely still kicking here from what it looks like. A lot of these storms are now starting to work their way into western Georgia. So we covered these storms as they were in eastern Louisiana, cutting through Mississippi, and of course we covered a little bit of Alabama. But now they're starting to roll through bits of eastern Alabama into the panhandle of Florida as well as western Georgia. Let's see here. What's up, Scott? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Tammy? I'm in Carrollton, Georgia. Can we go to bed? Let me pull it up for you. We'll see what we got going on out there. All right, so you, my friend, yeah, you should be good. You're out of the main front, or the front's pretty much past you at this point. So yeah, you're behind. You're kind of in just a light to moderate rainfall right now. Nothing too big. The main line has already passed you though. That's the main thing here. What's up, Free Thinking? Hope you're doing good, my friend. What's up, Tabletop? Thanks for the $2, man. Appreciate it. Saying kind of worried about my area risk/timing. So yeah, we do have a level 1 marginal for you here later today. Let's see, not a tornado threat though. The only reason we're under the risk is for damaging wind potential. We got nothing for hail. We got nothing for tornadoes for you, which is good. However, there is going to be potential for a little bit of gusty winds. Timing would be later this afternoon, pretty much. Models like the HRRR suggest anywhere from noon to like 2 or 3 p.m. or so. You got to take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, I mean, it does show that that line eventually kind of approaching out there. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. I'm not sure if I'm not sure we'll be live at this point. I'll probably be asleep, given that I've been doing a lot of night coverage here lately. So I've been mostly up at nighttime. But yeah, your storms will be popping off in the early afternoon here. Tammy says, awesome. Thank you so much. Lights flickered, but nothing too bad. Gotcha. Glad to hear that it wasn't too bad for you. Yeah. For other people, it's a little bit of a different story. Like I said, right now we do actually have a couple of tornado warnings in effect here. So these are actually in eastern Alabama. This is starting to push into western Georgia. We do have a whole line of severe thunderstorm warnings, and down here in extreme southeastern Alabama, out there by Abbeville and Ozark and Newville, Newton, some of those regions out there, we do have 70 mile per hour wind gusts on this particular warning. So, if it's not tornadoes, it's going to be the potential for damaging winds along the line here. Unfortunately, it's been kicking up at night. I think we have a new tornado warning that just got issued here. We sure do. All right, new tornado warning including Abbeville, southeastern Alabama. What's up, Max? Good to see you, dude. Let's see here. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem, Tabletop. Got you, man. Gotcha. Yep, so new tornado warning for Abbeville and Clopton, southeastern portions of Alabama. Let's see here. Don't see anything on CC. I mean, this thing's right next to the radar, too. I mean, we're scanning 400 feet up. But yeah, new tornado warning for Clopton and Abbeville. Make sure y'all are in your safe spots. If you have a basement storm shelter, go there now. Moving up the line here. So this is all in southeastern Alabama here. The severe part of the storm goes from the panhandle of Florida all the way through southeastern Alabama and into west central Georgia. But for the tornado warnings, we have Clopton and Abbeville that was just added in southeastern Alabama. We have another tornado warning up here to the north by Eufaula, also southeastern Alabama. And then another warning to the north out by Fort Mitchell. we got ourselves another tornado warning in effect here. So just make sure you guys are in your safe spots out there. If you know anybody out there, give them a call, give them a heads up. I mean, I know it's pretty early, but spam their phone, wake them up, because, honestly, this is pretty serious. I mean, especially tornadoes at night when people are asleep. Not really good. So just be sure to let them know, give them a call or whatever. Just whatever needs to be done to make sure that they are in their safe spot here. Hopping over here towards the central side of Georgia, the radar KJGX here, we do have, like I said, a lot of the line starting to work its way into western Georgia at this point. We do have a handful of severe thunderstorm warnings here, mostly for just winds up to 60 miles per hour. Now, what I would recommend is that, if you're in these severe thunderstorm warnings, I would heavily recommend that you are well away from windows. I'd recommend that you're in kind of a central interior portion of your home, like a hallway or just far away from windows, because, these strong winds can cause a bit of problems, so you definitely got to take that into consideration as well. Got some pretty good news. They actually just canceled one of the tornado warnings we had. So if you were in the tornado warning for Eufaula, out there kind of by Batesville, that tornado warning is no longer in effect. However, we still do have the 2 tornado warnings here, one in extreme southeastern Alabama for Abbeville and Clopton. You guys are still in the tornado warning. We have 32 minutes left on that one. And then to the north, we have the other tornado warning here for Cecile and Fort Mitchell, Alabama. You guys are in the tornado warning here for the next 32 minutes here as well. And this warning is starting to work its way into Georgia, so we'll definitely keep a close eye on that. Let's take a look over here by Florida real quickly. Yeah, so the line is rolling through Florida. Right now, the line's over there by Fort Walton Beach out by Destin. That's where the line is. It's coming up on Panama City here within the next hour or so. So we'll definitely keep an eye out there for our folks in Panama City. Let's see here. Yep, so it's already past Pensacola. So the thing is, guys, like I was mentioning earlier, it's like, once we essentially get this long line of storms to roll through, once it rolls through your area, the severe weather threat for you is pretty much over with. It's pretty much just like a one-hit type of event. There's not a lot of prefrontals. I mean, we got a few little showers trying to develop ahead of the line here, but, this is not like full-blown prefrontal supercells or anything like that, thankfully. So yeah, I mean, the severe potential is just pretty much from this one line here, which, is ever so slightly working its way to the east here. Now, models, if we bring up the models here, the line's going to continue for the next several hours. The current time here is 5 o'clock in the morning. So, this is roughly where the HRRR had us at here. Let's go to the latest run. This is the 8 UTC. Actually, that one's still rendering. Let's go back to the 07 Zulu here. Let's see here. Anyways, but yeah, so we do have the line rolling through. It'll continue to work its way eastward, going through portions of, through a lot of Georgia, through the panhandle of Florida, into South Carolina, bits of North Carolina as we work our way into the afternoon. So, yeah, it's going to continue for the rest of the morning for the most part. Let's see here. See, watch and you see if your area is affected. What, here in Florida? Yeah. Yeah, I'm in central Florida. We got a few little multicellular storms rolling through here, but the line pretty much breaks up by the time it gets to me. Let's see, I'm in Freeport. The wind is picking up. Yeah, it will be. You'll see some pretty strong winds ahead of the line and behind the line a little bit too. If you want, I can pull up Freeport for you. We'll see what we got going on out there. Freeport, let's see here. Is that in Florida? Yeah. Okay, well, actually, you guys, I think y'all are... Here, let's check real quickly. I'm pretty sure Freeport has already seen... Yeah, Freeport's already seen the main line, I'm pretty sure. Hold on a minute. This radar I use is so messed up with the... Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, never mind. You're actually just ahead of it. Yeah, the towns on GR2 is a little iffy, so it takes a minute for me to realize where I'm at, actually. No, but then you go. There's Freeport, and you can see the main line right here. You're actually in a special weather statement saying that you could see the wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour. So I'd recommend staying away from windows if you could. Yeah, winds are definitely going to be picking up quite a bit. But not currently severe where you're at. There is a warning just to your north, though. Severe thunderstorm warning here. Also has a tornado possible tag, so we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Max says we had strong winds in northern Knoxville, Tennessee, but light rain. Gotcha. Yeah, your threat for severe weather is over with. For pretty much all of Tennessee at this point in time. If we hop back over here to the current radar, on the big picture, you can see that the main line is now east of Tennessee at this point. So yeah, Tennessee's threat for severe weather is gone. But we do still have a bit of light to moderate rainfall here in eastern Tennessee. That's going to be lasting for a little bit longer, maybe a couple hours or so. But once, like I said, once that main line, the front right here, the front of the line, that's the severe potential part. It's just getting that line, and then once that passes you, then you're pretty much good to go. But there still could be a little bit of light moderate rainfall afterwards. Definitely possible, but the main severe weather threat will be pretty much over with. Anyways, so yeah, we have ourselves a couple of tornado warnings, you guys. One in southeastern Alabama out here by Abbeville and Clopton. Make sure you guys are in your safe spots. If you have a basement storm shelter, go there now. Another one over here also in eastern Alabama, including the Fort Mitchell area. If you know anybody out here, give them a heads up. Let them know to go to their safe spot. Definitely got to keep a close eye out there for these storms here. We do have a radar right up on the Abbeville tornado warning, so let's take a look at that, see what we got going on here. Definitely got some pretty high end velocities. We are scanning about 300 feet or so up, so this is pretty shallow. We're seeing, let's see here, inbound winds of about 30 knots. So definitely pretty strong winds here. I don't really see any tight couplets with it right now, though. But still, tornado warning in effect. Still need to be in your safe spots, guys. Once again, Abbeville and Clopton. We'll keep an eye on it. Then up to the north, for Fort Mitchell, Seal. I think that's how you say that. But yeah, we're scanning up here about 4,000 to 5,000 feet up. The beam height increases in elevation as we go further distances, farther away from the radar, because it's just natural inclination over distance increases beam height. So we're talking about 4,000 to 5,000 feet up, so it's not quite not quite to the surface. It's a little ways away up, but anyways, tornado warning in effect here as well. Fort Mitchell, make sure y'all are in your safe spot. We do have another radar up by Tuskegee, I think it is. We're scanning a little bit lower, about 3,000 feet up here, but yeah, we got a few little areas we definitely need to keep an eye out there for overall. See here. Thank you so much. Of course, no problem. I got you, man. Got you. Free Ticket says, is the line near me now? Not quite. It's getting closer, but not quite. So you're over here by Macon. If we look at the reflectivity here, you can see where the line is in relation to you. So you're over here. This is right where you're at. Here's the main line right here. So it's still a little ways away from you. I think the models were suggesting about like 7 p.m. or so is roughly when that line could approach you out there by the Macon area. We can pull up the new models here. We'll take a look at that real quickly. Let's pull up that. So here's the HRRR, the 07 UTC run here. So this is right around 7 a.m. Roughly between 7 and 8 a.m. or so is when you could expect the storm to kind of roll through. So it's still a little ways away. Let's see. What's my thoughts on Sunday/Monday for my area? Man, we're not going to get too much into that right now. We're mostly just focusing on what's going on here. But we were looking at the area earlier for that next system. It's still a little ways away out. Models are still having a bit of trouble. Not as much instability on that system, but if it becomes a problem, we'll let you know in the future. But we're just not going to dive too much into that because we got some severe weather to cover right now. Anyways, but so once again, everybody, tornado warning in effect. Southeast Alabama here for Abbeville and Clopton. Make sure you guys are in your safe spots here. Definitely keeping an eye on this little area over here. The main line has passed through areas of Clopton. You guys are pretty much good to go, but still need Abbeville in your safe spot. Same thing for Clopton. You're in the warning, so you still need to be there. The other tornado warning out there by Fort Mitchell. Need you guys in there as well. Let's see here. Peanut Butter says, I live in the field, just went through. Not bad. Just rain and wind. Gotcha. Well, I'm glad that you're all right, my friend. Glad you are okay. Yeah, we, There is some parts of the line though that's definitely a big concern. You know, definitely where we have these tornado warnings. There's actually the warning here for Newville area out by Newton, Midland City. This is actually warned for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So, you know, not only do we have tornado potential, you know, on this particular part of the storm, but, you know, also, you know, damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour could be a problem too. You know, if you're in these severe thunderstorm warnings, I would recommend just staying away from windows. You know, you don't have to like fully seek shelter. I mean, if you're in like the wind gust potentially over 70 miles an hour, then I'd recommend maybe getting into your safe spot. But you know, with these severe thunderstorm warnings, mainly just staying away from windows is what I'd recommend here. But if you're in a tornado warning, then yeah, you need to be full blown in your shelter. You know, out there by like Abbeville, Clopton area, just keep it out there. Or you know, if you're in those regions, just make sure y'all are in your shelter. So out there by Seal and Fort Mitchell. We still do have this tornado warning in effect here. Actually, they canceled it for Seal. So we have Fort Mitchell inside of the warning here. Like I said, we're scanning upper levels here, about 4 to 5,000 feet aloft. So we're not quite getting surface or near surface data here. We are a little bit higher up, which, but if we look at the lower level scans here, or, you know, not quite lower level, but, you know, about 2,600, you know, feet or so, definitely, ooh. Going on there? Hold on, we might need to watch that area too. Up by Glenville, east of Glenville, that could be something to watch here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that right in there. Let's watch this area. This is out by Omaha. Yeah, that might be something that we actually need to look out for. Let's see. But yeah, they did cancel it for Seal. We still got it for Fort Mitchell, though. Max says, you know how I was saying yesterday, our weatherman was just saying hail, and when we were getting, he was right, but wrong. We didn't get any hail or tornadoes, but we did get wind and heavy rain. Yeah, I got you. Well, not everybody's going to get tornadoes or hail or damaging winds, really. You know, these risk areas, you know, are basically for where the severe weather could exist within. You know, you got to remember that not everybody in the severe risk area will see severe weather. You know, that's a big thing. You know, some people just, you know, they have no problem going through the storm system, and then they think the weather forecasters were wrong, even though nearby in other places it was actually pretty crazy. So, yeah, you know, we forecast, you know, for the area in which the environment is capable for producing these types of hazards. You know, of course, we don't know down to the degree exactly what everybody specifically will see out of an event. We have an idea of what the atmosphere could be capable of, essentially. You know, nature is just very unpredictable, and there's a lot of chaos in the atmosphere. I mean, even the best of supercomputers can't process everything going on in the atmosphere. I mean, there's a lot. So, anyways, Tabletop said we're just read the SPC discussion from Monday, not like in the wording from that, to be honest. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. I don't think we have any extended risks here. So you pull up SPC. Actually, you know what? They added you know what they did? They added a severe risk here for Sunday and Monday. That's actually brand new. You know what? Look at that. Yeah, we might need to keep an eye on that then. Yeah, honestly, I literally looked at this not long ago, and it was not there. They literally just added a slight risk here for both Sunday and Monday. Wow. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that. I mean, I'm sure we'll definitely be talking about that. You know, after the event, we'll be going over everything. But yeah, then there you go. That's there. Okay, we got a new tornado warning, guys. Just got issued for Georgia. Here, let's head back over here. You know what? That's that area I was telling you guys we need to watch. I called it, man. I called it. Look at that. Tornado warning for Omaha, Charles, Luval, maybe, Brooklyn, and Lumpkin. So make sure you guys are in your safe spots there. Yeah, I thought that area was looking a little suspicious. We are scanning here about 3,800 feet up from the radar. Unfortunately, our radar coverage isn't quite the best over here, but it could be better, could be worse. But yeah, definitely want to keep an eye on that there. Oh, shoot, the tornado warning. Okay. We got some new information, guys. The tornado warning for Abbeville has actually been confirmed. It is now a confirmed tornado on the ground here. Wait a minute. Oh, there it is right there. Yikes, dude. There's a debris ball right there. That's a TDS, tornadic debris signature. So that's southwest of Abbeville. That is a active tornado on the ground. Damaging tornado source, radar confirmed tornado. There you go. To repeat it, tornadoes on the ground. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows if you're outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Tornado observed. God, I hope everybody's okay out there, man. Given it's 5 in the morning, that worries me big time. I mean, any tornado that touches down, but like 5 in the morning, ugh. I really hope everybody's okay out there. Here, let's see where that debris signature was. That was pretty hefty too. That was southwest of Abbeville. I mean, Abbeville's in the warning. Definitely need you guys in your safe spots. Here, let's see here. Maybe we'll increase our beam height here. Let's go up to 0.9. Okay. What's about? You know what though? That debris is not being lofted very high. Yeah, we're down to 0.5 degrees right now. Here, let me look and see if this was a rural area or not. Let's turn on our background. So, if we overlay our radar, that debris signature is like right here. And if we pull up our satellite imagery here, we'll see where it hit. It looks like it's right around just a bunch of forests. If this one tile would load. There we go. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. That's actually that's in the middle of nowhere. It just seems like a bunch of open field. However, it is pretty close to a couple of, like a little trailer park over here. It's heading towards a highway. Yeah, definitely need our folks up in Abbeville to be in their shelters here. Yeah, I was curious to see what it looked like over there. Newest radar data. I don't see any more debris signature here. It could have been just a brief touchdown. But still, like I mentioned before, guys, tornado warning is still in effect, man. We still need to be in our safe spot. Max says they actually upgraded my severe weather threat from a marginal to slight risk back down to a marginal. Oh, did they? Gotcha. I mean, even in a marginal, you guys still need to be weather aware, They issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for southwest Georgia, including Cuthbert, Morgan, Dawson, Blakely, Damascus, Colquitt, and Jakin. So heads up to you guys. This one is warned for now 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. They also put a tornado possible tag on that. So, so sometimes they'll put like tornado possible tags on these severe thunderstorm warnings. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to see a tornado. It means that, tornadoes can quickly develop from severe thunderstorms, such as the one that's warned. It doesn't mean that there's an imminent danger for a tornado. Typically, if there was an imminent danger for a tornado, if we thought that the storm was going to produce tornadoes, or if it was, on the ground or whatever, then we'd have a tornado warning. But, tornado possible tag severe warnings just say basically tornadoes will be possible. But anyways, let me take a look here ahead of the storm. Let me take a look in the warm sector here. I do not see. The good news is I do not see any prefrontals really firing off. It's really just the main line, and I'm really thankful for that because I feel like, if we were in the environment here with the kinematics we had, the instability, I really feel like it would be a lot worse. Essentially, we were looking at meso analysis earlier, which I'll pull back up real quickly, and we were really determining that in the warm sector, ahead of the front, we were actually in a decent environment here, for severe weather, including tornadoes and stuff like that. We got good wind shear, good amount of instability, stuff like that. We're over 1,000 joules per kilogram of mixed layer CAPE, so that's pretty good and distributed through the atmosphere. What's up, Ryan? Good to see you, man. Welcome back. Saying the storm just keeps keeping on. Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, yeah, man. We did 3 hours of coverage a little bit ago, and now we're back here. I'm not sure how long we're gonna stream on this one. Probably not very long. I just wanted to hop back on here to give you guys more of an update on what's happening. It's been a long night. It's been a really long night. But once again, tornado warnings in effect here. We have a confirmed tornado on the ground out by Abbeville. We have 13 minutes left on the warning there. From the way the radar was showing, we did have that debris signature there. Here, let's bring this back up. We did have this debris signature quite a few scans back here. Actually, it just recently went away. Here, let's see if we can't grab a slice out of that here, so we can kind of see what altitudes that was. It seemed pretty shallow, that debris field. It seemed to be pretty shallow. Yeah. I believe that's your rear flank downdraft right there. Which way are we pointing here? Get a little bit disoriented sometimes. I don't know, but I'm wide awake at 5:20 a.m. Yeah. I can see that. Oh, did we just have another confirmed? We have another confirmed tornado out by Haleburg. Was this a radar confirmed as well? Radar confirmed tornado. No way. Oh, man. Okay. Look at that, man. Wow. That was a nasty little... Oh, yeah. Look at that, man. That's terrible. You know what? That wasn't even warned, and there was a tornado on the ground there out by Newville. Right there. That's your debris signature. Oh, that's terrible, dude. That's terrible. That's what I'm saying, man. Some of these things spin up quick. They are fast. Like they'll just pop out of nowhere in little time. Let's see here. Wide awake at 4:18 in Dothan. Gotcha. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing good. What a trip. Also got to keep an eye up there by Lupkin. This is actually in West Georgia. We have a tornado warning in effect for Lupkin, Charles, Louvain, I think it is. Brooklyn, Richland. Another tornado warning here east of Fort Mitchell. 10 minutes on that one. 25 on the one by Lupkin. The new one has 25, and the one by Abbeville has 10 minutes left. So we're we still got a little bit to go on these guys. Coming down hard here. Is it? Yeah, you guys out there by is it Dothan? I think it is. Dothan. You guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning out here, which this is warned here for, I believe, 60 mile per hour wind gusts here. They also put tour possible tags on these storms because, like we were mentioning, I mean, these things can spin up pretty quickly. They absolutely can. Are those in middle Alabama? No, they're in East Alabama, going into West Georgia right now. So here's Georgia, you can see, and then here's Alabama. We were covering them. I mean, since they were over here in Louisiana, we just took a little bit of time off. But yeah, these confirmed tornadoes are in southeastern Alabama. I said it right the first time. Dothan. Gotcha. That's one thing, man. I always have the hardest time with names, town names and people names. It's terrible. You're probably gonna hear me say some funky names sometimes. All right, let's pull back up our velocity here. Ah, dude, you know what? Kinsey. We might need to watch really close for Kinsey. That's going right towards Webb. I mean, you could just see these little velocity couplets. It's just they pop up so fast. I would not be surprised if they put a warning for those storm out by Kinsey. Don't see any debris. Let's hope we don't either. Dothan. Gotcha. What do I think about the WeatherBug app? Not a big fan. You know, a lot of people ask like what weather apps I use, but I really don't use any because I just do it all myself basically. I don't use any mobile weather apps. Let's hop down to Florida for a minute. Let's see what they're going down. Let's see what's going on over here. Florida looks pretty calm. But still, we got to keep an eye on Florida. They're not warned. We're not in any warnings over here by Florida. Southeastern Alabama, we have these two tornado warnings. These are for Henry and Early counties in southeast Alabama. So that's where that's at. So this also includes Luke. This is actually for southeastern Alabama going into southwestern Georgia. So for southeastern Alabama, this includes Haleburg. In southwestern Georgia, this includes Luke. So heads up out there. Abbeville is in southeastern Alabama here. And then we also have that other tornado warning up here by Brooklyn, Louvain, Charles, Richland, and Omaha. That's in kind of west central, southwestern Georgia. It's literally right on the border between Alabama and Georgia. So, but anyways, so we'll definitely keep an eye on it. The storms now are moving into that marginal risk, actually. Okay, let's hop back over here for a minute. Yeah, so you can see where these tornado warnings are at. And if we look at the overlay the day one outlook here, this is actually where that 2% tornado risk starts here. So for today, you can see that we do have central southern Georgia and the panhandle of Florida in that 2% tornado risk here. Now, that is a SIG level 1 risk. And what that means is that, in terms of strength, of tornadoes, we could potentially see tornadic strength up to EF2 in theory. Now, given how crazy nature can be sometimes, obviously, you could have a freak storm with a localized, stronger micro environment than models can even pick up on. And, you could have a stronger tornado. I mean, we can't rule it out completely, but generally speaking, from the guidance we have from these weather models and the way the forecast is, we believe that they'll mostly be between EF0 to EF2 in terms of strength here. So, looks like a debris ball in CC near Kinsey a moment ago. Really? Let's see here. This little guy right here. Yeah, it's so tiny though. That's a tiny little debris signature, but I bet you're right. Yeah, it lines up with velocity there. Let's see. Tornadoes are the craziest thing on Earth to me. I'm obsessed. Yeah, they're pretty wild, man. They are. Especially in a line like this. I hate these type of setup. Oh, there it is. Wow, dude. 3 confirmed tornadoes, like literally within like the last 15 minutes. I mean, that's pretty crazy, man. That's pretty crazy. I mean, that's 3 confirmed within like the last 20 minutes or so. I mean, shoot, we've been live for over a half hour now, and it's we've already went through many tornado warnings. Mine says tornado warning observed. Yeah. So the pink polygon you see here on my screen, that means observed. That means that the tornado has been spotted. The red one means it's a radar indicated threat. And what radar indication means is that, the radar's picked up rotation within the storm, saying, because we have rotation, we are expecting a tornado to develop. Therefore, a tornado warning has been issued. Meanwhile, the pink ones are saying, okay, in this case particularly, this was the radar confirming a tornado, saying, hey, there is a tornado on the ground. I'm going to grab my coat. It's actually cold in here. But, the confirmed one says, hey, or the pink one shows, hey, there's a confirmed tornado on the ground here, essentially. So, what did I do with my coat, man? Hold on one second, you guys. I got to figure out where I did my coat. It is cold in here. Let's see here. I don't even know what I did with my coat, dude. Oh, it's literally behind me. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, man. It was literally on my bed behind me. But yeah, so like I said, the pink ones though, the pink ones mean yes, that the tornado has been confirmed. And it can either be by personnel, like law enforcement, public, whatever, by people. It can either be worn by people or spotted by people. I cannot get this coat on for the life of me. But then you got the radar confirmation, which we have in this case. There we go. Man. But yeah, so we'll definitely got to keep a close eye on those here. Let's hop back to CC here for a minute. You know what? Dude, these velocity structures are so wicked looking. That right there looks like debris up there north of Haleburg. I mean, these things are just popping off left and right. Yeah, then we had this one here, that quick little one over here by east of Kinsey, northwest of Webb. Let's see. Crazy how my warning on my app popped up a few minutes before yours did. Yeah, GR2 has been a little slow lately, I've noticed. It has been. We have 4 active tornado warnings right now. Now we have a new one. Actually, this just got issued for... Or hold on a minute. This is by Davis Hill. This is up by Fort Mitchell. This got expired a bit ago. Why is that still showing up? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with weather-wise. But yeah, so we do actually have 4 tornado warnings in effect here, 3 of which have been confirmed. We're seeing a lot of pop-up tornadoes right now in southeastern Alabama. Yeah, there's a debris signature likely right there. Let's see, the one over by Kinsey, yeah, right there. It's a little tiny dot, but, velocity structure matches with it. I mean, some of these velocities are, like I said, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, man. Got to watch these things closely. Yeah, I mean, just this line, man, it can produce a lot. Could I check Freeport again? Yeah, absolutely. I got you. Let me figure out where Freeport was. Freeport. Let's see here. Freeport, Florida. Florida. Okay. Let's go down here a little bit. There you are. There's Freeport. So Freeport's fine right now. We don't have any severe warnings in place for Freeport even. Matter of fact, actually, the main line is already kind of pushed through. So, once this... What the heck did I just do? Oh. So once this main line pushes through, which it's pretty much doing now, once you get on the back side of the line, we start introducing a lot more stable air into the environment. Things start cooling down. Your surfaces become incompatible for surface-based storms. And pretty much, the environment becomes useless, where we really don't see any more severe weather pop off. So yeah, it's really once that main line hits, because you can see there's no severe weather going on behind the line. It's that initial line is what causes the severe weather. So, but yeah, I'm not too worried about your area right now, my friend. And Freeport looks okay. Let's see here. Mary says, thank you for everything you do. You're very welcome, my friend. No problem. I owe you big for, or I owe you big when I can afford it. Nah, you don't owe me anything. I'm just here to help, man. I just love tracking the weather, and I love helping people, so it's all good. All good, all good. All right, so we just got that tornado warning canceled in Abbeville. That one is no longer in effect. The storm is out of the region now, so we are doing good. Let's see, let me pull up the closest radar. Some of these they're pretty hard to find sometimes. These radar sites, they kind of blend in. Like the KMXX, it's just sometimes hard to see. But we do have a confirmed tornado warning in effect for Haleburg, out there by south. This is in extreme southeastern Alabama. So that's Haleburg, and we also have Luke in southwestern Georgia. Also have another confirmed tornado warning out by Columbia and Webb. These are both confirmed. Say a tornado-producing storm is located over Webb or near Headland, moving east at 35 miles per hour. Tornado-producing storm is located near Headland, moving east at 40. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, these are two separate confirmed tornadoes that were identified by radar. I want to grab a scan here real quickly. Unfortunately, yeah, the radar falls behind when you pull up cross sections. All right, so we also can't forget about this other guy over here, this other tornado warning. This is kind of for southwestern, west central Georgia. This is right on the border between Alabama and Georgia, including Charles, Louvain, Brooklyn, Richland, and Omaha. So, great, thank you so much. Of course, Cottonwood may have a spin up of those. Where's Cottonwood? Oh, down here. I mean, Cottonwood definitely needs to watch. I mean, you're in a warning, severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, regardless, a lot of these areas have a good shot at seeing, at least 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts on them. So this means it's spring's here. Yeah, probably. Seems like we're getting an early start, doesn't it? I mean, it seems like as soon as we hit March, everything just started going downhill. I mean, this is like our second big system this month. It's been multiple days of each system, but yeah, I mean, it's been pretty active so far. Absolutely. So, like I said, besides the tornadoes, I mean, obviously, yeah, I know that's kind of a big concern right now, but another thing, like I said, we also got to really look out for, though, once again, is the straight line winds. Oops. New warning is that for, where's that at? Oh yeah, that is Cottonwood. Yeah, we got some rotation out there. So that new warning includes bits of Florida, even Malone, Florida, and Cottonwood, Alabama. Why does the SPC have a hatch area for tornadoes? So it's the new system that they have going on. SIG level 1 means tornado potential up to EF2. But the reason why it's SIG is because of the fact that we still have some pretty good wind shear in this environment. Yeah, pretty good wind shear, pretty good instability, great moisture advection. System's decent. I mean, I see why. But yeah, Cottonwood now in a tornado warning here. So make sure if you guys are out here, be in your safe spot here. I mean, you can just see how this whole line, man, it's just like, it's not just straight, it has like these divots in it. You see these kind of like waves. This is really where you have like, some velocity couplets that really just start popping off left and right, which is kind of what we got going on here. Oh shoot, we got a new tornado warning up in Georgia, out there by Renfro and Buena Vista, as well as Doyle. I think it is Doyle. I'm terrible with names. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel and this is your first time here, that's something you're gonna have to learn pretty quickly. Is that I'm not good with name pronunciation, people's or just simply town names either. That's terrible. Terrible. But once again, Webb in Columbia, southeastern Alabama, tornado warning in effect. Heads up to you. This was actually a confirmed tornado that was on the ground here. Let's see here. Also, we have Haleburg, southeastern Alabama, and southwestern Georgia, including the Luke area. Let's see, tornado in Dothan. Dothan is outside of the warning for the most part. Yeah, Dothan's out of the warning here. You can see the main line has already passed through Dothan. Let's see here. Lisa, thank you so much, my friend, for the Cash App donation. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate it, my friend. You really did not have to do that. Let's see. Let me read the little note here from Lisa saying, rad weather update. Thanks. You're very welcome, my friend. Thank you, seriously. That was really, really nice of you, my friend. You definitely did not have to do that. Thank you. Helps out a lot, especially helps pays the bills, man. Once again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, my friend. But yeah, so once again, y'all, Cottonwood, southeast Alabama, Malone, and Bascom, I think it is. It seems like a lot of farmlands out here. But yeah, also, so this is right on the border between Florida and Alabama for this one, by Cottonwood, Crosby, Alabama, then Malone, Campbellton, Florida. And then you have the confirmed tornado warning up by Webb and Columbia here. And then another one to the north of that out by Haleburg. And then, of course, we have a couple of tornado warnings over here in west central Alabama. Here, let's see. Maybe we'll go over here to Warner Robins radar. Out in that general area. Might help. Let's see here. Jacob City south of Cottonwood is trying. Looks like anything on the front is spinning up. Yeah. This, honestly, is pretty crazy this morning, man. Pretty crazy. Unfortunately, we're scanning 8,000 feet up here, man. Let's try Tuskegee. Might be the better radar option. Yeah, we're better. 4,800 feet. I mean, we're still scanning pretty high. Unfortunately, we have a radar hole over here, which kind of makes it hard for us to scan the lower levels where the tornado might exist. So we do have some upper level rotation going on. So we assume that the lower levels are also following. But these are radar indicated. They have yet to be confirmed. But, like I mentioned, guys, confirmed tornadoes or not, I mean, I don't care if there's a tornado on the ground or if it's just a radar indicated threat. You still need to be in the same spot. You still need to be in your safe spot regardless. You don't want to take it. You don't want to take a chance with any tornado warning. They're there for a purpose. They're there for a reason, man. They're there to, help keep you safe. Here, let's go look up by Cottonwood again. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, over here. This is where you're looking. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. I mean, it's not warned at the moment. We had the one south of Cottonwood. Looks like it's trying there. Do not see any debris signatures, which is a good sign, but still. Warning in place, y'all. Yeah, I just want to keep an eye on the CC up through the line. Make sure nothing sneaks through, But if you guys are just tuning in here, first of all, welcome and good morning. We have quite a situation unfolding right now. Several confirmed tornadoes in southeastern Alabama this morning. We're tracking them. Got 2 confirmed tornado warnings, one out by Haleburg, southeastern Alabama. We also have Columbia and Webb, southeastern Alabama. And we also have a radar indicated tornado warning in effect here for Cottonwood, Alabama, Crosby, Alabama, going into Malone, Florida, and Campbellton, Florida. And then we have a couple other ones up here to the north here. For western Georgia, this tornado warning's for Brooklyn, Renfrew, Buena Vista, Louvain, and Charles. Is that rotation southwest of Columbus? Let's see here. Where's Columbus at? I just saw Columbus not long ago. Where is it? I'm always losing it. I know it's out by West Georgia. It's out by Phoenix. It's just this. This program is just. It kind of sucks highlighting the big cities, you know. It should be out like by this area, right? Well, we do have a tornado warning in effect for Buena Vista and Renfrew. Here, let me bring it up on this program then. No, Columbus is fine. Actually, yeah, Columbus is right on the border between Georgia and Alabama. The main line is already rolled through. So for Columbus specifically, no, not a threat anymore. Actually, your severe weather threat went out the window because our lower levels have changed. You got cold, more drier air building into the region now, and ruining potential for surface-based storms. So, wow, you up late? Yeah. Yep, I've been up. We did a lot of coverage tonight, man. I tell you, we were live for 3 hours, over 3 hours a bit ago, and now we've been live for about an hour. So probably need to go to bed soon. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired. Your boy's been up for a bit. You're actually in. Well, you're in the warning? Please be careful, my friend. Make sure you're in your safe spot. If you know anybody out there, guys, like I said, if any of these town names, any of the states sound familiar, if you know anybody out there, I don't care if it's 5 a.m, spam their phones, man. Give them a call. Say, hey, dude. I mean, I know you don't want to be annoying, but this is serious stuff, man. But I don't care if you, I don't care if it's 5 a.m, dude. We got to get this out there. People gotta watch this. I mean, like I said, I hate the fact that it's early. There's a lot of people asleep right now, and we got these confirmed tornadoes popping off left and right. It's like these people really need to know what's going on. I can't reach everybody, unfortunately, but I mean, hopefully you guys can help share the news. My brother's in Panama. His wife would hate me. Better call him. Well, it'd be better her hating you for a bit than if something actually happened, So, yeah. Panama's not in the warning, though, right now. Matter of fact, Florida doesn't have any severe warnings. Wow, about the only storm coverage available. What am I, the last guy on the list, man? You make that sound like, dang it, he's the only guy on right now. Gotta work with what we have, I guess. Good to see you, man. All right. Yeah, so we'll definitely keep an eye on these storms here. Hopefully they'll start dropping like flies soon. We don't want to have these too much longer. Got 15 minutes on. This one's 40 seconds remaining. Yeah, a lot of these expire in about 15 minutes, so this will be expired about 6. Let's see here. No, it's nice because no one else seems to care about Georgia. I care about all states equally, almost. All right. So yeah, a lot of this is starting to work in its way into Georgia now. It seems like Alabama's mostly through the event. Crazy, an hour from Jacksonville. Can feel a storm coming. Yeah, you can feel it in the air. I mean, it's definitely very muggy ahead of the line. That's one thing you're going to notice, and that's your dew points for you. We're having our dew points well in the 70s. I mean, that's just like, that's a lot of moisture. It's a lot. So But anyways, let's go and take a look back at velocity here. Let's see what we got going on. Like I said, the thing about this storm is just, I mean, it's like there's just so many little velocity couplets that just keep on popping up here, man. Like we got to look out for there. We got to look out for here. Got to look out for here. Got to look out for here. Over here. I mean, this thing's just trying. It is a trying. Base. Let's see here. He ain't lying. Not even Georgia. Whether people care about reporting severe weather. Glad you're on. I appreciate it, dude. Glad to be here, dude. And here to help you all as much as I can. I might not be the best out there, but definitely try my best to be here for you guys. Free thinking. Thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. Saying, can you please check my area one more time before I go off? Absolutely. Absolutely. So you out here in Macon, you're still a little bit of ways away from the main line. Here, let's see here. I mean, you're still going to be a little bit. You're about an hour and a half away or so. If we take a look over here back at the radar, you can see that over here by Macon, you know, we're still a little bit ahead of the main line. I mean, you're going to have to keep an eye on it for the next little bit. I mean, I would, because there is a couple of strong to, or there's a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings on it. Actually, there's a new one that just got issued west of you, up by Forsyth. Let's see, that's warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and tornado possible tag 0.75. Yeah, models were showing about 7 o'clock roughly is whenever we could see the line get over there. So, but free thinking, I mean, I'm sure you'll be all right. I'm sure everything will be okay. So try not to worry about it. But, you know, it is getting closer. But just remember, once this goes through, once this main line of storms pushes through, you know, your threat's pretty much over with. So let's see here. Craziest lasting overnight like this. Yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's quite an event, man. Okay. Yeah, we did get a new tornado warning. Southwestern Georgia, up by Colquitt, Damascus, and Arlington got a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. Or, sorry, a new tornado warning in effect. My bad. There's just so much warnings being issued over here. Yeah, I mean, I see why they did it. We were actually just looking at this little area over by Bancroft. Got not 1, not 2, but maybe 3 areas of rotation on that tornado warning there. Let's see here. How's Brunswick, Georgia? Brunswick. Let's see here. Brunswick, Georgia. Brunswick's far east coastal. Gotcha. Y'all are good for now. Actually, you're outside of the tornado threat altogether. You're actually out of the severe weather threat altogether for today. Brunswick should be good. Yeah. The line does tend to deplete quite a bit as we go eastward because, you know, we start the line just starts breaking up a bit. What's up, Kara? Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. Literally, that patch of storms headed my way. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. You know, just have a way to receive warnings. You know, if there's if you have a weather radio, recommend turning it on. Or you know, just there's a lot of phone apps you could get that will tell you if there is a tornado warning or whatever. Let's see here. What about Baconton? Baconton. That makes me want some bacon, man. So Baconton's not in a warning, but there is a warning just west of you guys. Would definitely keep an eye on it. Yeah, but like I mentioned, guys, the line is now moving out of Alabama. It is now moving into West Georgia, or it is now in West Georgia. Let's see here. Free thinking, it'll be okay, my friend. It'll be all right. You'll get through it. I know it's a little scary right now, but everybody, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Like I mentioned, while there is potential for some tornadoes, I mean, more than likely they would be on the weaker scale anyways. This is not like a violent environment where you would see like, violent tornadoes, long track tornadoes. So these are relatively brief and quick spin ups. Kind of the same thing, isn't it? Hold on. Brief and weak is what I meant to say. See, everybody sleep too. Yeah, except if you're in a tornado warning, I would not recommend it. Like I said, that's what kind of bothers me, man. Is the fact that we have a lot of tornado warnings, and that it's still pretty early in the morning. A lot of people are still asleep. Biggest tornado tag area I've seen. It's a big, yeah. It's pretty good size. Yeah, but Quickie's intense sometimes, brother. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This is all in theory, Absolutely. I mean, you could have some micro environments that models can't pick up on that, you absolutely could have stronger tornadoes in some areas, but I'm just trying to calm people and tell them in the fact that, majorly speaking, from what we... All right. Well, I do not know what happened there. Apparently our stream cut off there for a minute. Say this ain't no Shreveport tornado, more quick spin out. Yeah. These should be just relatively quick, brief storms. There was a brief PDS warning QLCS tornado a few hours ago. First I've seen it. Yeah. I think I wasn't there for that one. That was just before I went live. That was literally just before I went live there. Yeah, I mean that was something else. What does that mean? QLCS, quasi-linear convective system. It's basically everybody saying a fancy. It's basically a fancy name for saying a line of storms. QLCS, squall line, just a long line of storms, basically. Typically on a cold front. But yeah, so let's see here. We have 4 warnings in effect. So one's up here by Malone, Florida. By Bascom. We have Cottonwood, Southeast Alabama. We have a new one just got issued actually for Southwest Georgia by Donaldsonville, Iron City, Brinson, and Jackson, I think it is. Line of storms with strong winds, yeah. Yeah, just a fancy name for a long line of storms. See, I know what a PDF tornado... PDS, particularly dangerous situation. Yeah. But anyways, y'all. So if these towns sound familiar, Southwest Georgia, we have a tornado warning in effect for Arlington, Milford, Damascus, Colquitt, Bancroft, Blakely. We have another one for Donaldsonville, Jackson. Let's see here, Brinson. Let's see here, another one up in Florida. So this is for Florida, Malone, Bascom, and Belton. In Southeast Georgia, Southeast Alabama, we have Cottonwood, Crosby, Webb, Columbia, and Gordon. That one's probably getting ready to expire. Yeah, 5 minutes on that. What's up, Twilight? Was there a tornado, or was there a tornado that went through Louisiana between 10 p.m. and midnight? I wasn't live then, but I think there was. Oh, well, so we is good. I meant to say I know what PDF tornado is. Oh, it's PDS. It's not a document type. QLCS is good. Literally just means a long line of storms. I mean, they could be severe. In this case, it is. What area are you talking about? All right. They did just cancel some of the back areas here. So in Georgia, out by Renfro, Luval, Brooklyn, they canceled that. Canceled the tornado warning. Still in effect for Buena Vista, though. Has it been an active night? It has. Yes, very active. Yeah, we've been live for over 4 hours total tonight, and it's been pretty active. We've had at least a couple dozen tornado warnings, which a handful of those were confirmed. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty active. QLC shouldn't be too dangerous at this point. Just go with your safe place of warning happens. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, even if you're in a severe thunderstorm warning, I mean, on top of the tornado potential we have here, we also got to look out for the straight line winds and stuff like that too. That's also a bit of a concern. So, between damaging wind gusts and the tornado warnings, that's what we got to look out for. Let's see, me, Baton Rouge, always, what my sister figures. Baton Rouge is fine right now. If you're talking about now or earlier, I cannot tell you if Baton Rouge, I don't think Baton Rouge had a tornado earlier. But right now it's fine. Right now in Baton Rouge. If you're asking now, yes, Baton Rouge is okay. Flyer says, is it Flyer? FYI, y'all are serious MVPs right now. All y'all that streamed these last few days, I promise you guys save lives. That's what we're here for, my friend. I'm here to help you guys. Like I said, I might not be the biggest streamer out there, but I'm here to help. I really enjoy tracking the weather. I do it on my own time, and it's like, I might as well help people. Tell people what's going on and what to expect and what's basically happening, where these warnings are at and stuff. But right now, we have a bunch of just a grouping of tornado warned cells. Southwestern Georgia here, southeast Alabama going into southwest Georgia, out there by Donaldsonville. Let's see here. We have Colquitt, Damascus, Bancroft, Arlington, Milford. Let's see here. Crosby, Cottonwood, Malone, and Bascom. So heads up to you guys. If you know anybody out there, give them a heads up. Like I said, I don't care. Call them. Let them know. I mean, look at this, man. We just have not one, not two, not three. I mean, there's just velocity couplet after velocity couplet of spin ups here, man. So, what, this a mini derecho or something? I wouldn't consider this a derecho. Typically, they consist of like extreme damaging winds for several hours. This is just kind of a typical cold front classic, setup here. Let's see here. You get the info to people who want and need it. That's what matters. Yeah, that's true. I try my best. I'm also just one guy out there, so I might not be able to be not be able to answer like every question or whatever, but I try the best what I can do to help out everybody. But I mean, yeah, you can see on this one tornado warning up by like Damascus, Colquitt. I mean, there's like several different areas here of rotation. I mean, it's not just like one area. It's like a lot of the line is trying to rotate here. New watch? Did they issue new watch? I know we have that tornado watch in effect for central southern Georgia and Panhandle, Florida. Here, let's hop over there real quickly. That's here in the yellow. Expires in 3 hours. Yeah, we still have a little bit to go. Let's see. Aqua says it doesn't matter how many followers you have, just matters a big heart and that you're willing to help people. You do great coverage. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I agree. Honestly, I like being smaller too. Because, I mean, it helps. It means that I can, like, be more one-on-one with people. So, I really do enjoy that. They extended it to Florida, or One's Rise right now. The watch has been in Florida. Oh, you know what? No, they extended it into Tallahassee. That's what they did. It wasn't in Tallahassee earlier, I don't think. That's new. I don't know. Maybe weather-wise it's my bad. No, you're good. You're good. All right. So I got some good news. They just canceled the tornado warning for Cottonwood, Alabama, for Malone, Florida, Campbellton, Florida, the one for Webb and Columbia, Florida. We are now back down to 2 tornado warnings, but still, this is for southwestern Georgia, including Donaldsonville, Damascus, Arlington, Colquitt. Oh, wow. Turn hurricane season. Hey, y'all know that hurricane season's not as far away as you think it is. June 1st. Sunflower, yeah. Yeah. No, they did extend it eastward though. I will say that. Yeah, I mean we were live earlier and it did not include whenever they I was actually here when they first and added the watch and Tallahassee was not in it earlier. So I mean that's new development. Relatively new. But once again everybody, on top of the tornadoes like we were talking about, we also got to keep an eye on the damaging wind factor as well. This whole line is likely producing some strong winds, possibly upwards of, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. There has been a couple of warnings pop off here and there where we had brief moments where we could have seen like 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Remember, these are wind gusts, what the winds could pick up and peak to for a given moment. Usually it lasts only a couple of seconds. Wind gusts don't typically last very long. So what are we thinking for Central Piedmont, North Carolina? Charlotte, we got notification. So out there, we actually don't have a tornado threat. It's mainly just a damaging wind threat. So there could be some gusty winds still left on the line as it approaches out there. Like if we hop back over here, you can see there's the tornado threat's only down here in the green. You can see for portions of Florida, portions of Georgia. In terms of the damaging winds, you can see that 5%. That goes up into central eastern Georgia central eastern. Did I really just call it North Carolina, Georgia? Central eastern North Carolina for today, wind threat. Now, hail. Oops. Hail. There's not even a hail threat for today, actually. The hail threat's over with. To be fair, the most active part is mid-August, October. But yeah, it takes... I wonder if I'll be watching. Yeah, there's actually been hurricanes that have happened in January, February before. They're not very common because, the SST's sea surface temperatures are usually pretty cool at this point. There's usually a lot of wind shear, over by the equator. A lot of strong trade winds typically this time of the year. Let's see. I love them when they're dancing and stay away from everyone, but hard enough if they show up in person. Yeah, absolutely. The hail was crazy large. It was really big. I think the biggest hailstone I saw reported was 5.2 inches in diameter. That was massive. I was actually mentioning in my stream earlier when it happened. It's like, could you imagine how strong a vertical velocity you would need to loft a hailstone that big? Because that's what happens is you have the super cooled water that collects on these hailstones and it freezes in layers. And it's like, could you imagine how strong of an updraft you need to like support that hail? Crazy. Absolutely insane. Like well over 100-mile-an-hour updraft speed. That's crazy. But anyways. But yeah, we're definitely going to keep an eye on this line here, guys. Once again, Arlington, Damascus, Colquitt. These are all areas in the tornado warning. Also, Donaldsonville. Can't even begin to comprehend that. Yeah, it's crazy. Nature's amazing, man. I tell you. A lot of people just look at weather and they're like, "Oh, look, a cloud." There is so much more involved, dude. It's so cool. Like once you get to learn like the thermodynamics and the kinematics and stuff like that, and just just the chaos theory and all this stuff. It's just so much fun. It's so much fun just to see all of it come together. But it's crazy. It's nature's art. It really is. It's pretty wild. We'll see, Carrot. Yeah, they added that 15% risk here. What is it? Shoot. They added that 15% risk here for here, I'll bring up the SPC for you guys again real quickly. There we go. For Sunday and Monday, yeah, we have two new 15% risk areas here. So we're going to have to look out Sunday. We got this 15% risk for Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky. And then we have that 15% for the Mid-Atlantic on Monday. Yeah, for like North, South Carolina, Virginia, Maryland, Delaware. The crazy thing is that they're supposed to get snow here soon up by the Mid-Atlantic Northeast. Behind this cold front here. I mean, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Nature, you scary. It can be, yeah. It's beautiful, scary. Anyways, let's see here. How much longer do we have on these tornado warnings? We have 9 minutes, 24 minutes. So 9 minutes for the Damascus, tornado warning for Milford and Colquitt. We have 23 minutes for Iron City, Donaldsonville, Crosby, and Brinson. No offense, but I'm happy it's not Ohio. I'm just happy that some of this is in farmland. I hope that all these tornadoes just stay away from people. It kills me to know that a lot of people are, asleep right now. That bothers me a lot. Meanwhile, the entirety of the plains are currently in a red flag. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they're getting that cold, cooler, dry air mass from up north, that continental air mass, and yeah, not only does that increase winds, from the high pressure building in, but also dries things out quite a bit. So yeah, they're getting a lot of fire weather conditions, winds, dry conditions, like low humidity and stuff like that will really allow for some fires to pop off. Part of farmland in Georgia and Alabama is pretty populated. That's true. Yeah, there you can see all these crop circles. I mean, then you got some just little towns here and there, but then you got a couple that are pretty big, unfortunately. Like I said, it worries me. Just this whole line doing what it's doing. I mean, there's so many couplets on here. I mean, look, it's just like a mirror. I mean, it's just couplet after couplet after couplet, and it's just yeah. They're just warning that whole part there. What farmland? Do you not see all these crop circles? I mean, look at them. Imagine getting large fires and strong tornadoes and large fires again. Oklahoma business as usual. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Has to do with air mass. Yeah, I mean, like I was mentioning, I mean, you got the Mid-Atlantic, the Northeast. They're getting some what is it? They're getting some severe weather, and then of course they're getting some snow here too. So, never seen an outflow line with many divots. It's wild. Instability must be super high. Believe it or not, it's not extreme. ML Cape's over 1,000 joules per kilogram, which is not anything excessive per se. What I really think it has to do with the kinematics mostly, and moisture content. I mean, there's a lot of moisture. I mean, we're talking 70-degree dew points. I mean, that's pretty good amount of moisture. Bad weather always comes in twos. Seems like it, doesn't it? It really does. But yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye out for next Sunday and Monday. Let's see. That's what I was gonna ask. Looks like the areas of rotation. One of the cities warned currently. Gotcha. So yeah, like I mentioned, there's just a whole part of the line here there's just tons of different couplets. Right now, the tornado warning includes Milford, Damascus, Colquitt, Donaldsonville, and Brinson. Also Iron City. So, anyways. All right, everybody. I hate to do this, man, but I think I'm probably going to roll off here for now. I've been up way too long. I need to get some sleep. But I appreciate you guys for joining. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for hanging out here. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, maybe leaving a like. We'll be back here later on this evening. I'll probably do another stream for you guys just to kind of give you guys an update on coming up on Sundays and Monday's threat. So, but anyways, like I said, I hate to cut it short, but yeah, like I said, we did some streaming earlier. We did 3 hours of coverage earlier, and then we just did a bit of coverage here now. I need to get some sleep. So, all right, bro, sleep well, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. You guys take care. Be safe out there. Really appreciate y'all. We love you guys. Just want to make sure y'all are staying safe, and please be careful out there. All right. But all right, everybody, take care. We'll see y'all here for tomorrow. Peace out, my friends. See ya later on.